Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are creating two custom Patreon spreads for the month of April. So this first spread is for Courtney, and for Courtney we are creating a monthly currently and favorites page, and Courtney specifically requested from Rainbow Florals Volume 2 by Amber Plans Her Day these yellow florals, which are so pretty, and I know that they're going to be stunning in this spread. So this is an undated currently page, which I felt like was just going to be easier than trying to cover up other months and words up there. So I'm going to start right away with the corner florals. There's a lot of florals in this sticker book, but they're a little bit smaller. So sometimes when they're smaller, I have to like kind of brainstorm where things are going to go. And I try to do it both sides of the page so that there's some consistency throughout. So right away we have the corners and we're good. Then I want to take some of these smaller florals. Let me get things lined up nicely here. I really want to go for the little florals here and just add in like bits of these up here at the top. I don't want to cover the whole top. I just want to add a little bit. You know who does this really, really well is Michelle from Plan On It. She's so good at adding in like little elements of florals, and every time I see a spread of hers, I want to do the same thing, but I feel like I'm not great at it. It's like a weird thing to say that I'm not great at, but it's just this like eye that she has. So I'm going to cut these in half and sometimes even a little bit more. And we're just going to pop them in here. Let's do, whoops, that one went down a little bit crooked. Let's fix that. And put this here, and then we just need one little bit more. We'll put this like right here and trim off the corner. Okay, now I pulled out Alpha Basics Volume 2 by Kelly Plan. I know that there's yellow in here, and I thought that these would be pretty for April as long as I have, I have them. A, P, R. R is going to be in the middle. A, P, A, P, R, I, and L. And look how pretty that looks. Okay, I really like that. I'm happy with how this is coming out so far. And then we're going to cover up priorities and important. And this sticker book doesn't have a double box, which is okay because we'll pull one out somewhere else from probably Yellow Boxes and More by Mojo Jojo Plans. The yellow is going to be a little bit of a tough match because I feel like these have a little bit more of like a golden. So I'm wondering if the pastel version has the yellow that I'm looking for. Let's try the pastel version. This one is still too like lemony. This one isn't great either for this. So because I went a little bit brighter here, I think that I can bring in that type of color over here because I have it. All I have to do is make sure that on this side of the page, I'm doing the same thing, like I'm bringing that color in. Actually, I think I want to use a lined box and not an open box. Let's Yeah, we're gonna use a line box. I'm gonna put this right here and we'll deal with that. I'm so bad at putting stickers back in. I just leave them on the corner of my desk. So we're gonna put this back in the sticker book where it belongs. Okay. I think that this is a little bit crooked. I can't tell. I feel like it is. It's like a tiny bit crooked right there. So we're gonna use my undo, very little of it because I'm running out. I have a new package coming this week, but there's not much left in that. I mean, a little does go a long way with this product, but when you don't saturate it, it's still like you're pulling it up like you're pulling up a sticker. There's just less chance of it ripping. All right, let's really line this with that bottom grid to make sure that it's straight. Okay, that's better. Now, let's cover up our 1, 2, and 3. And we'll use my tweezers to add in bullets here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're also going to cover up take note. And I want to look back at Alpha Basics Volume 2 for a second because I have to check and see. Okay, I don't have enough for the word currently in yellow because I only have 1 R left. So instead, we're going to use that for favorites on this side. But over here, I think we can probably pull out like currently sticker book for this. I'm trying to decide if I want to use the rainbow currently or not. I'm a little worried that it's going to end up being like too yellow. So I think that having 1 black option is going to be good here. So we're going to use this one, but I'm going to show you a trick. So I have a clear sticker here. This is not a paper sticker, and I'm turning it on its side, or I'm turning it around. And I'm going to take a highlighter and I'm going to color in where I would color in if this were a paper sticker and I were coloring in the front of it. This is a really great way to add color to clear stickers because if you add it on the front, it's never really going to dry because it's glossy. But when you add it on the back, you're kind of like taping it down with the stickiness of the sticker. You just have to be patient and hold it firmly and give it like a nice amount of saturation. Now we have the yellow in there. Isn't that a good trick? Okay, so now I wanted to do working towards as an area for Courtney to write down 3 priorities. And then I also wanted to create a space for her to have something to look forward to because I think that it's really important to have that kind of reflection area in your planner. Now, we also have some quotes. I don't want to forget about those quotes. So I like good things take time. And we're going to put this right here. And then I want to use kind of like an array of boxes here, but I also have to pop in this bright yellow. So I have no squares left in the bright yellow. I probably have it in another sticker book, but we also only have a couple of these left. So what I'm gonna do is actually pull in something like this over here, try to line these up with the lines, and then kind of continue. Maybe we put this one here. Let's get it down a little bit straighter. This one could go up a little bit, maybe. Why not? Right there. And then we can pop in something a little bit smaller here. I feel like lately I've been in this mode of smaller or actually bigger bigger boxes in the currently, and like not having a million boxes sitting in there. And then I wonder if we have room to add this in. We really don't, because it's going to cover up that good things take time. But we could do a little layer. I don't know if that really makes sense. So let's put in some words. So I love a grateful for, especially with a lined box. Let's put it here. And this way Courtney can list out her gratitude. And we're going to do proud of, I think is really important. We're also going to do in the news. Let's put this here and then choose something else for this section. I'm trying to stick with the same font. Reading. Okay, that's pretty. Now we have a little bit of space here and here. So what I'd like to do is come back to our yellow florals and kind of put these in here. So what I'm gonna do is try to use my scissor and not my knife for this. Oops. Because if I put this right here, let's move it over a tiny bit. This time we just need to trim like a tiny bit right there. It's gonna be tough to do without my knife. I have my knife, I just feel like sometimes I don't wanna use it. I've been extra clumsy this morning. Like I dropped my shampoo bottle in the shower and like I knocked into something, and on days that I'm extra clumsy, I just, feel like maybe using a knife that's really sharp like isn't the best thing for me. Okay, and then I think we can pop in one more right over here. Let's cut this a tiny bit. Needs to be cut a little bit more. Or maybe I just need to put it down straighter. Yeah, just need to put it down straighter. Okay, that's really pretty. It's bright. It's perfect for April. Okay, so now we are ready for this side of the page. I know that we're going to end up going over the floral a little bit, but I think it's okay because it'll be sort of layered and that's a pretty look. So I'm going to take these Alpha Basics and we're going to pop in favorites. V-O. And then I'm out of my yellow ones, my yellow R's. R. Try to give it a little bit of space so that you can kind of see through. T. And then it stops before we get to like the big part of the floral, which I think is good. So we'll get E and S. Okay, now we have that floral up there with the decor, but I also want to pop in another one because we still have plenty more of these stickers. And we'll use this one right down here. And then let's get this bigger one. I don't think this will cover to the corner. It won't, but what we can do is sort of extend that and add in just a touch more right over here. Like that, just kind of going to the edge there. I think that looks pretty. Put this back in because I can use that somewhere else. And I can even use this one somewhere else. Actually, I think that because we have that little random gap right there, this would be better there, just to kind of fill in that little space. And then this is still something that maybe we'll use up here so that it's not just like part of this that's covered. And then I can even do the same thing like there. And then we have a similar look at the top of both pages with the floral. Just trying to have like consistency on both sides, I think looks good. Okay, pretty. Now, oh, I'm not finished with this. I still need the boxes. So in this case, I remember that I don't have the yellow. So we need functional boxes series 3 or 4. I'm trying to remember which ones have the squares. 4. Oh, we have this pale that's pretty. Okay, so we have 3 of these yellows left. So I want to use them because we don't have any from the other book. So again, we're bringing in the yellow on both sides, that same yellow. And then this one can go here. And now we have a couple of more, but different shapes. So because I'm not going to have enough of these 2 different colors, those are the same color. Because I'm not going to have enough to do this whole thing in a square version, we're just going to kind of like alternate these throughout the spread. So let's put this one here. Let's grab another brighter yellow square for this side. And then that's the same color. That's this. These are so close in color, it's hard to tell what's different, but I would like this to be like right underneath. Okay, let's put that one there. And then if we have room for just a couple of more, I think we'll do another square here in the bright yellow. And then this one over here. Gotta get it down straight though. Is the key, getting it down straight. Okay, now we have a little bit of space left. And so let's do another quote. I just gotta get the quote up. I like be brave and take risks. This right over here. Okay, some of those got like a little bubbly when I was trying to get them down straight. And then we have our favorites. So now we just have to decide what to put in them. All right, I'm going to rate these in. Hopefully Courtney likes the ones that I've chosen. Some of them are similar ones to the ones I've used before, but we're gonna do achievement, book, meal, weekend, let's do moment over here, project, planner, and we need one more. Favorite. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. And I'm going to do thing about spring. I feel like that's something fun when we have a new season to add in your favorite thing about the season. Okay, and then I think that we're finished with Courtney's spread. This is really pretty. I love the yellow. I feel like it's so bright and cheery and perfect for the spring months. Next up, we are creating a horizontal spread for Darla, and Darla had requested a reading theme. And I was going through my sticker books, and there's a lot of great sticker books about reading, but one that I haven't used in a while is Book Babe by Live Love Posh. And I feel like these stickers here are so much fun for spring because they're bright and they have the florals, and it just feels like very beautifully seasonal. So I'm going to go to the edge here, which I don't always do. I feel like sometimes I go to the edge, sometimes I stick with the middle. I can't really make up my mind, but I thought that this would be really pretty to kind of play around with and have a fun seasonal theme here. So on the left side, we're going to pop this in here. And then I really like this stack of books. I'd like it to go right over there. Go over a tiny bit here. Then let's bring in maybe a flower over here. And this is a spread that Darla uses for journaling. So it's a little bit different functionality wise than a regular like planning spread because it's for journaling. So I try to be mindful of that when I'm creating her journaling spreads. And then we can put this butterfly. Actually, I like when it's leaning into the rest of the page and not going off the page. So we have those there for now. I'm not finished, but that's kind of where we're starting. And then on this next page, we have these books that would be upside down. Okay, so let's come back to the left side because those are the same as these. And maybe bring these in right here. Does that leave enough room? I could put them down here. Put that there. Okay, so back to this side. I want to do a pretty floral element, but this is a little bit big, a lot big. So we're going to cut it and let's put it right at the top over here. And then we can do another stack of books like right here. Don't worry about the fact that I covered up Saturday. We're gonna fix that. We always fix it. Okay, I feel like we need some more book stuff. I feel like there's a lot of floral, which is good, but I think that we need some more books. So I first want to take this butterfly and let's put this right over here. That's cute. So we have 2 sets of books on each side. That's actually a decent amount. Maybe we can add in some more as I start to include like boxes and things like that. So I'm going to put this to the side. I still actually have this sticker book out from Courtney's spread, and I feel like we can get some of these good colors from this while it's open. So I always bring in a box on Wednesday for Darla because Wednesdays she has her book club and she can write something about that. And then I think it would be fun to pair that with a quote about reading. That's really cute. And then I also like Book Lover. And I was thinking of putting that right here. Actually, I want to put this up a little bit higher. I got a tiny rip. Let's go a little higher. That'll kind of cover that rip anyway. Put this here. Okay, that's cute. And then on the right side, I like bookshelves are portals to other worlds. I think that would be pretty right over here because this wouldn't really be space that Darla would be writing in since there's just a little bit of space there. And then we can bring in another box somewhere. And I think that purple would be another pretty color. Actually, the lavender. We have a couple of different versions of purple in this spread, but I don't feel the need to put a box every single day, but I do think that some boxes throughout are good. Like in my own personal journal, I don't have a box on every day. I don't need it. But we have a couple, or we have more than a couple. We have 4. So I think that that's good. Okay, we're not finished yet, but I'm going to cover up this notes section with my white Uniball Signo pen. And let's see what we can do. Now, Darla is a very fast reader, so I think it would be fun to include this reading list sticker right over here, although that's still covered, or that's still pretty visible. So what I'm gonna do is grab a scrap piece of white label sticker paper and just make this, press this down, a matte background sticker. If you feel like you can see like tiny bubbles, sorry, my camera's probably shaking right now, but just using something to kind of cover that up and like press it down, not cover it up, press it down is always a good trick. There are tools specifically made for that. I don't think you need to spend money on one. The back of the tweezers is fine. You could probably also use like a washi cutting card or really anything. You could use your nail. And now we have a reading list. And then Darla can put down what she's reading. I feel like this reading list would look nice with checklists. So what's a color that we have on the spread but haven't used? I think blue. Yeah, this blue is perfect. And we can put these here. 1, 2, and 3. If you want to use bullet points in a journal, or you have the new Happy Planner horizontal that has the checklists in there, there's a lot of different things that you can track in your journal that doesn't have to mean they're to-do lists. Like 3 good things about your day, 3 things you're grateful for, 3, not always 3, but because I know the Happy Planner one has more than 3. Let's kind of bring this in over here. Things like back to Courtney's spread, things that you love about the current season, whatever season that is. Right now, it's spring, depending on where you live. So there's a lot of different ways to add bullet points, even if it's not for productivity. I'm going to pull out Live Love Posh's washi tape, thin washi tape essentials, the pastel version, because we also have this peach color that's really pretty, and I haven't used these yet. So I'm gonna also take my Live Love Posh washi cutting card just to get the edge. And we're gonna bring these in. So for this edge over here, actually, I think my knife is gonna be better for this. Lately, I feel like I've been using my knife more for washi than the washi cutting cards. I do really like the washi cutting card, but I've been doing more like precise cuts lately. And that's where the knife comes in handy. It's only a precise cut if you actually cut it, at least. Sometimes I struggle with like where I actually need to cut and what part needs to be pulled off. This still isn't right. Okay. You can see a little bit of the gray underneath. Let me see here. Okay. I was testing to see if my correction tape and the washi were about the same thickness. They are. The only problem is I sometimes have a hard time getting correction tape down straight, as you can see right there as an example. So I want to be sure that I'm putting it as straight as I can, otherwise you're going to see it. There's still a little bit here. I don't think that'll bother Darla, but I'm just not always great at a straight line. And I just think that this peachy orange is pretty. It does look brighter now when it's not over the gray. So I try my very, very best here to get a straight line in. And then this part, just want to lift up this sticker a little bit. You can also, and I'll show you here just to make it easy, you can also use the white pen for this. It's going to take longer than using correction tape, but if you don't want to use up all of your correction tape, this could be a good option. I'm not going to do it for this whole thing though, because we would be here for a long time. This we're going to hit to right there. I missed a tiny bit up top. And if we go back, I almost feel like I should be alternating and not using orange the whole time. Like I could also bring in the green. Maybe this green would be better. I think that that would be nice. So I feel like when I saw two oranges right away, they felt very bright or it just felt like too much. So we first need to cover up this. This is going to be tough. I'm going to do this one with my pen. I mean, obviously it takes longer than the correction tape, but I do get a better, a straighter line because it's just coloring in versus gliding the correction tape. I feel like this is going to be easier right here. All right, now while that dries a little bit, let's do this one. And we still have to fix the days of the week. I'm going to cut this so it's perfect edge. Sometimes when first pulling up the washi, that first little bit gets a little messed up. And then we can put this back down and this. Yeah, I think that that's pretty. And we get a lot of the, now we have a lot of the colors in here. And then let's do the same thing over here. If I press washi too hard, it pulls up. Okay, we've got that. Let's do better this time with the cutting. There we go. All right, next up we need the orange again. And then I'm just going to alternate these through. The thinner washi can be harder to get to stick. All right, now because I did orange here, or green here, we're going to do orange over here. So I'm going to get the rest of these covered up and then we'll be back. Okay, now that those are covered up, we can come back through. I'm just going to turn this upside down for a second. I feel like it's a little bit easier. And then come back through with the washi. So again, the knife kind of just lets me cut it at a little bit of a curve that I can't really do with the washi cutting card. And then we'll do the same thing for Wednesday. And then grab the green. And trim this. Oops. Getting a little edge of washi. That's sometimes why I go like over and I pull out more than I need, because the little edges are what's hard to get a cut on. Okay, and then we have our final piece. And there we go. Okay, that looks cute. Nice and bright. Next up, days of the week. So I leave this undated so that Darla can use it whenever she wants to and isn't tied to like the specific day that I am decorating or that I've decorated. So I have my Planner Kate stickers here that I love to use for covering up dates. And I think that this pink is a really good one. So we're going to pop Monday over here. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, we're just going to shift a little. Actually, maybe, I think it's good over here, kind of like along everything. And then Sunday. This is a little unstuck. It's still sticky, but it's a little unstuck. I have this glue pen that I'm gonna kind of just put down. Once it's in the package and mailed to Darla, the fact that it'll be like pressed down will help keep that down. And there's Darla's journaling spread. This is really pretty. I love how both of these came out. I think they're really cute. Let's look again. We have Darla's journaling spread and we have Courtney's currently and favorites pages. I will link everything I used in the description of the video if you are interested in shopping. Thank you so much for watching and for your support, and I'll see you next time.